Oh,
Bless you.
no.
All right, I take it back then. I hope you fucking choke.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so we're live now. What is up, guys?
How you doing?
So, anybody noticing? We got 4 squares on here now. So, the usual, we got Kevin here. That's Boneless Bones. We got Randy, the Ragnarok.
Oh, hi.
And we're back with Danny is joining us now on a weekly basis. What's up, Danny?
What's up?
So,
Now, those of you at home might be wondering, but wait a minute. We have a Danny,
hi.
We have
Well,
2.
I am the drunken guardian now,
and the other one is the sober guardian.
the sober guardian.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah.
Shit, but I think that's granted.
Yeah. So, me and Danny just got done playing Outriders, so we were doing a shit ton of Outriders tonight, and I streamed a little bit in the afternoon. Danny, how you liking Outriders so far?
I'm loving it. I think it's so far exactly what I wanted. Hard, challenging, with all the looter stuff. Every time you got new weapons, oh look at this perk, look at this perk. There's a shitload of perks we haven't even bothered to unlock yet. Okay, and they do some mechanics that are a little bit different. They didn't just copy a bunch of people. It's not just attaching
Yeah.
mods and stuff like that. It actually, like, you keep the mod. If you get a new mod, it's yours.
I feel like
Put it
we
on
haven't
if you
scratched the
want.
surface yet on this game, so hopefully it does well.
Yeah.
Randy, you've been playing Monster Hunter. I know Kevin, you've been playing Monster Hunter, and I'm assuming some fighting games. Randy, how you liking Monster Hunter?
It's amazing. I was telling Danny before we started, the other Danny, that I enjoy it like way more than I did World.
Mhm.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry, I'm having a beer, and I haven't in like 2-3 months. So it's like it's making me gassy already.
Yeah, it's up to me too. That's why I can drink it. It's kind of gross. I don't know, like taste of it, but still.
But yeah, no, like it's really solid. Nintendo took over again, so it's gonna be good. Today I beat the story, as you guys know,
Mhm.
and there's a lot more like content that you unlock right away, and it's opening up a lot.
It's a lot of the same thing, though, right? Like I mean, not saying it in a bad way, but it's a lot of the same thing from like the other Monster Hunters.
Yeah, with the exception of the getting a dog and the wire bug.
The wire bugs,
With
yeah.
the wire bug, it's basically their answer to taking away the skills from like generations that you could like use the tap screen for on the DS. Like the best example would be like emergency evasion, where you would dodge and put your weapon away, but if you get hit, you know how you could do what is it, Z, L, and B to like catch yourself in the sky.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Like you'll dodge and your weapon goes away, so you start running.
Mm. Okay.
So it's pretty neat. I'm still figuring out like a few more things. I've yet to try out the insect glaive, and I think that's all I'm gonna do
So next thing
afterward.
to experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin, what about you?
I've been playing Monster Hunter. I think I agree with Randy on this one that the game is really good. I haven't beaten the story yet, but I've progressed to, I would say, a quarter or maybe halfway through the game, and I'm enjoying it. Like I love this game more than I enjoyed World, because I felt World was like so boring in a way, and
Very bare.
it was very boring for me. And even like playing with people, it didn't make it as interesting. But I'm enjoying the game. I'm switching up my weapons so much, so now I'm like very like I guess I'm more curious to try new weapons out. Like I started off with the dual blades. I didn't like them. Now I'm using the Ojat, the busted giant sword, and like I'm at this point I'm testing weapons out. So I'm like redoing hunts that I already did and testing out new weapons and like, oh, this weapon has this. Like by far favorite weapon is the charge axe, and the Odachi at this very moment. I haven't even touched anything else yet. Like I haven't labbed everything, but
I like the longsword. There's not much to the longsword. Like it's not very complex, but I like it. And then I've been fucking with the switch axe since you played it when we were streaming it when the game came out. So I was interested in that. I like the switch axe.
I like the switch axe a lot. It's my baby. Like it's my go-to weapon since it has the highest damage and since I have like a poison thing for it, and I love poison, so
Yeah.
having it, it's just like it's like amazing. But fighting games, I just got back into no, because he asked me that question. It was a two-parter.
What was that?
No, and fighting games.
Oh, the question. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've just been playing. Yeah, because I caught Randy because he's about to say something. I was like, no. I've been playing fighters, and like as I was telling, I would say the sober guardian, and Randy, that I've been, I guess, reevaluating my playstyle and watching videos on like how to play better. So that's what I'm doing now. And like, I would say like 5 minutes before I was supposed to come here, I like was doing a match, and then I was like, all right, I gotta go. I told the guy, GG's. I'll see you later. I gotta go and do something. He was like, all right, see you later.
Yeah.
Good. It's a good thing.
For Danny, for those who see his name, they're random DVL. Danny, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, so me, Kevin, and Randy got this thing. So you know me, I'm obsessed with Destiny. Kevin is a huge fighting game buff, and Randy is huge on Kingdom Hearts. So we got like this ongoing game going on. So we try not to actually talk about those things unless like it has to happen for some reason. But we try not to talk about it. And if we do, like we'll take a shot or something like that.
Well, how much more in Kingdom Hearts can you do?
Hey, don't get him started.
Nah,
Don't get him started.
That was pure just to check or something. You know, I'm sorry.
I had a question because I can answer that, and that will be the entire episode.
I felt that that spark just fly straight to Randy. I was like, damn, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
My switch went off, honestly.
I would say this. I would say the same thing, but then Randy would tell me all the shit that he does and all the like the plus games and all that crazy shit. So it's just like
I'm waiting for my kids to get old enough that one of the games I gave them to play is the first Kingdom Hearts.
so they can appreciate it.
Yeah, not even that, because I know they love Disney, but you know I can see them being hooked. And like, okay, now I'm gonna slowly trick you into playing Final Fantasy now. This is that character, and just keep going.
Yeah,
Clever.
All right, so
I'll preemptively take my shot right now, right?
Okay.
Because what is it? My bottle opener? It's a Keyblade.
Ooh, I want
Nice.
that. I want one.
Oh, here. Continue. I'm just gonna send you a picture in the.
Yeah. Send me a picture. So, all right, we'll get to the news right now. With the news, it's not much going on, but what is going on is actually fairly big. So there's rumors of a Switch Pro coming out eventually, and it's supposed to be at par with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. So normally I don't like to talk about rumors because God knows, you know, they do patents all the time and things never actually come out. But it does bring up a topic that I would like to talk about that involves that. And that is, does the Switch really need a Pro version? Like, do they really need to be graphically enhanced and be like equal to the other new gen systems to like stay relevant, or should they just stay in their own niche? Let's go with Danny first.
I think the thing that beauty about Nintendo Switch it was their innovation, you know. So to me, it depends on what the innovation they want to do. If it's just going to be graphics that look pretty and games are nice, then yeah, what's the point? I mean, I think they've mastered the art of, we don't have the best graphics, we don't have the best technology, but we have the best games, or not the best, but we have those different or innovative games. You know, whether it be a Zelda, Mario, or just some handheld thing that you could pick up and go. You know, it did what the PS Vita wanted to do, and it did it way better. You know, and I think, and to me, that's where it needs to focus on what it's going to be, what its uniqueness is going to be about it.
Okay, Kevin.
I just muted myself to fix it. I agree with Danny. Because we've seen that Nintendo is like I would say by far they're the master of like the handheld console.
Hmm.
Making a new version of it is like it's kind of like Nintendo's thing, like the 3DS and the 3DS XL and the 3DS 2DS and then all that stuff. It's like like I knew it was we knew it was gonna happen, but like if you're going to make the system look pretty and then not fix the actual problems with like the system itself, like the online and the like all the outside problems outside of the console itself,
Yeah.
like it's like it seems like a waste. I mean, okay, I got a pretty $400 system, but I can't go online because by the time I get online, I crash or the internet stops working or whatever like involves Nintendo, or I can't play with my friend across the street for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Or the system does that day one thing that it was like it wasn't working. Like the
Yeah.
system would crash. So I'm like, I
Wait, that
it's
happened?
That
yes,
Hmm.
happened. I didn't know
yes.
that.
Yeah.
I've
Week
had
one,
my day one.
week one, when they showed it, the system crashed and
That's funny.
it fuzzy screened. But yeah,
Hilarious.
That's funny.
I would rather them focus on the system and making it like I would say more powerful, but don't make it look pretty just to make it look pretty. You
So
can't
they're
sprinkle,
putting their resources in the wrong place.
yeah, you can't sprinkle shit and sprinkle shit gold and make it and sell it as gold. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. Folk, you have the handheld, that's fine. We understand that. Work on the system, everything outside of the system itself. Just
But they're calling it. They're not calling it like Wii was one system, and then the new one, what the fuck, Switch, right? So it's
No.
just a Switch Pro. So
Yeah.
it's literally called Switch Pro.
The reason why the rumors, I mean, I would guess they call it a Switch Pro, but knowing them, they could call it a Switch U, and they won't give a shit. But the reason
No,
why,
my point is that like you say Switch Pro,
yeah,
Switch Pro just makes it sound like as if all it is get not a new console. It's just a Switch that can do next gen console games. That's it.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, like if you had when you had the Game Boy, I guess the X, the 3DS, whatever it was all the same thing. It was basically Game Boy. It's just more powerful versions of it as the games needed to be. So
hmm
it sounds like this all this is going to be if that's what they stick with. Now if they come out with some brand new useful name like the new Mario fucking jerk off thing, then fine. But
Mario Flashlight?
Mario flashlight, all awesome. There you go. It's me, Mario.
Randy, you got some good ideas. So, what do you think about the news or rumors?
That was hold on, that was a good idea? The Mario
That was that.
Flashlight?
There you go. He won.
Listen,
come on.
put Mario in anything and it works. He sells
No,
anything.
it has to be
Bear tickles your balls. It's awesome. You got it.
what is it? No, I kind of get the points that they bring up. More so Kevin's with like they should focus on like the net coding as opposed to trying pardon me, to trying to make the games look pretty.
Yeah,
But if they're gonna be putting shit on the Switch like The Witcher or Skyrim, we can't have it looking like fucking what is it? Deep fried butt cheeks, you know?
Sure, sure.
what does that look like?
You
Do
know
you
what
want me
I
to look? Do you want me to look at the
Oh,
image?
No,
oh.
never mind. No, Google, no Google.
Oh, I got 5 seconds. Okay.
No, you get what I'm saying though,
But I know
right?
what you mean. Yeah,
Because if they're going to be porting these AAA games from like these actual big consoles and PC even onto this handheld, let's say I want to play The Witcher, but I'm not home, and I have my Switch on me, but I also don't want to look at it on a resolution of a fucking post-it note. What am I going to do? I'm going to invest in an actual thing that I could take this big game into public with.
all right, since you mentioned that, this is a thought that crossed my mind when I was reading the article in the first place. So you have the Switch, right? And the Switch, I would think the concept of the name and the idea is because you get to switch from portable to home console, and also you get to switch your controllers. You take them in and out like that, and they make the little click sound, right? So they released that new Switch with the built-in controllers that you can't
Oh, the Switch
remove.
Lite?
Yeah. So what if they did a Switch Pro, but they went even further and they only made it a home console?
Would you say like an entertainment system of sorts?
Like then it wouldn't
Super
be like it wouldn't be
by
a
Nintendo if
Switch
you would.
by that point.
It would literally
But
be
uh,
another Wii U. That's all they're making. If they do it like that, it's another Wii U.
but it
Just
depends if they're trying to hold the power to say they want to make a new Zelda game. That's
Mhm,
probably like one of their best looking games,
mhm.
you know. Or in Monster Hunter, they
Yep.
want to do a brand new Monster Hunter. You know, right now that game doesn't look the best. Plays great, you guys love it. It matches up to everything you guys love in the handheld versions of it,
Yeah.
but it still doesn't look the best.
Compared to
So what if they
Ward,
wanted
World is very different. Yeah.
exactly like
Um,
War didn't play well, but it looked great.
yeah,
You know,
and the thing with that is that personally, my gripe was that they focused too much on the graphics in World and not enough on the
yeah,
mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Because even
yeah.
though the DS ones look pretty fucking janky, even on the PSP, that was I don't remember. Kevin, do me a favor, look up when Monster Hunter Freedom Unite came out, and yeah, like it didn't look the best, but that didn't matter because playing it, you were immersed. It was all about how the game felt. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
So it could be their version of okay, we want to bring the Wii into the new gen, into the next gen, into new world, whatever. And the only way we can do that is by upping our console. And we want to make the Monster Worlds to be more competitive with Outriders, whatever it is. We want the new Zelda game that comes out to be more competitive with the new gen games that come out. And the only way we can do it is we have this pro version of this. And then, of course, we can get the people who, I mean, the small percentage of people who only have a Switch who want to play The Witcher or whatever the hell it is, Resident Evil, whatever port that's on all 9 systems that's out right now.
Yeah.
The game came out March 27th, 2008.
2008
Oh wow.
2008. Yep.
Freedom Unite. I feel like it was from way before. What the hell?
That should make you feel
You're
old.
talking about from the
Yeah.
PSP,
Right.
right?
That's what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is 2018. I mean 2008. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Wow. But yeah, no, that game looks pretty fucking garbage when you look at the screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
Like,
You're
dude,
probably
so
fantastic.
look it up and look at how like everything is just paper mache.
you're probably talking about Freedom. Sorry.
No, no, no.
That
Freedom Unite is the
got
PSP one.
got you.
yeah.
Yeah, no, no. Freedom is also the PSP, but it's 3 years before that.
Oh, I think that's the one with the Rathalos on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one I started with actually, and then it
So
was Unite.
if we're talking about graphics, would you guys be good with the Switch Pro that was just like graphically, if it does happen, like now we know what your thoughts are and what they should focus on, but if it does happen, are you down for that? If you
Personally,
didn't have a Switch?
I
if
don't
I
have a
didn't have a
Switch.
Switch, oh, well, let's see, Danny, you answer first.
Yeah.
I don't have a Switch, so it's not gonna.
Well, would you get what I'm saying is since you don't, would that give you even more of an incentive to get the home console version with like better graphics?
Or would you just
No,
get the
because
regular one?
Yeah.
I have a PS5 already.
Okay,
Okay,
true.
If I had to choose between the two, I would probably get a regular Switch before I get a Switch Pro.
Uh,
Because if the Switch Pro comes out, unless there's like some really great fucking Smash game that I'm gonna want to play, that only come out. That's the only way I would even think about it. But even that, like if I had to choose between the two, I just get the old one because all I would want to play is all the games that I haven't. The
bring it
Zelda,
to
Mario,
work.
whatever. Yeah, and if you can't do that with the new one, then what's the point? If it's just the play another PS5 or
Hmm.
Xbox, so what's the point? I have a PS5. I don't even. So the part of my reason why I don't have an Xbox right now, where I
Hmm.
looked at the Xbox, looked at the PlayStation. Okay, both games are coming out on both systems. Xbox, yes, finally will be coming out with some exclusives besides Gears of War and Halo. But in the beginning, obviously, PlayStation had more launch titles, more exclusives. So, of course, get a PlayStation. Now,
So,
if all three came out at the same time, I'm still going to choose a PlayStation because
so,
it has.
um, so why not get a Switch if you want to
It
like
won't.
focus on
Because
some
it won't.
exclusives?
Because, because it won't compete. It still won't compete. Like, they've done it in
Wait,
the
so
past.
Smash Bros can't compete with Halo?
No, 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 no. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, let's say they do, I don't know, Final Fantasy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just do that. The Final Fantasy remake. Final Fantasy remake would never looks good. the
Well,
Switch as it does on the
no,
PS5.
that's not what I meant by that. I understand like when you're choosing between like if you want a game franchise or something that's multi-platform or whatever it may be. I understand why you would choose a PlayStation or an Xbox compared to a Switch, but I'm talking about Switch exclusives specifically. Like, don't you miss playing the Metroids and the Mario games and the rare ones and Zelda, for example? Like, I don't. What was the
Yeah,
last Zelda game you played?
Breath of the Wild.
the one that when you brought it over to my house.
Okay, without my involvement whatsoever.
Zelda 64.
Oh,
Which one? Hold on,
Majora's Mask.
Ocarina or Majora?
Ocarina of Time. I hate. I played Majora, but I didn't like it. It was.
so
Majora is entirely interesting.
so
That one's
that
tough.
that's my question is like,
Yeah, it
don't you
was good
miss
too.
playing
Ocarina.
those exclusives? Would you still consider getting a Switch even now?
If I wanted to play those exclusives because I want to play it for me, this is just my personal preference though. If I wanted to play those stuff because I missed it, it's because I want to play it with my kid or my wife
Mm,
because it is a console that is for
family friendly.
younger age,
Yeah.
family friendly. Exactly. I had the Wii U after way after we bought one, and me and my wife were playing Mario games every day because that's the only game she really likes and she loves playing. You know, um, but that would be the only reason why. And then I think I did play the Zelda game that was on the Wii. Um, but it's not something that I will go and set out. And my time is less. Obviously, like you guys,
Yeah.
Nevin, like, it's
Yeah.
hard for me to
Especially with two
pick a
kids.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5.
Oh, two and
So
a half. You got the third one coming. Yeah.
Aw,
yeah, so
congrats.
nice. So my time is limited. So I can only do one thing at a time, one game at a time, focus one day or two. So it's different. But let's say no kids, no wife, no nothing. I probably still wouldn't get a Switch because I feel like there's still way more things that I can be playing. They're more PC, more whatever. They're cute, they're fun, they're okay. They bring you back to your childhood, but that's all it does.
Mm,
That to me anyway, it's not something you're gonna hardcore focus on. You know,
okay. All
I don't
right.
think anybody here besides maybe Smash, anybody on a Wii game that they can say they're hardcore focused on, or a Nintendo game, I should say.
No, but I mean, I definitely get the Switch myself specifically because of those exclusives like the Zeldas and the Metroids, and I'm still waiting for a fucking Metroid game. But
Yeah, everybody is.
my Switch aside from Monster Hunter now and Smash Brothers, I think that's about it. Uh, it's a glorified indie game, a portable indie game console. Like I have a bunch of
Hmm.
like 1 2 hour gameplay indie games that are they run on there. I pay $5 10 and then it just passes the time. Like there's not much on the Switch aside from those things.
So why get a pro? That's what I'm saying. Why do a pro version of something you don't play now anyway?
Oops.
You know, again, if you were
Go ahead.
so that's my point. Why get a pro version of a console that you don't play now? If it was your main console, you loved it, you love Mario, and you were hardcore Pokemon, whatever.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
you
I
would love
mean,
it.
Go
I
ahead,
kind
Randy.
of get that, but also it's again like I think that if Nintendo does kind of like amp up the would I get it? Probably not right away. At some point, once I get bored with like this one and like I want to see what the hullabaloo is about, I'll get it. But
Hmm.
I think that what they want to do, like further down the line, is port more games from other consoles onto theirs. Because again,
Yeah.
you have the handheld experience. Because if it's not The Witcher, you let's say they bring Seven remake onto the Switch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. They're
So
trying to bring
it's
in some more
more
money.
yeah. Because again, as Danny said, it's just a glorified anything. All I use it for is Hunter, Binding of Isaac, and Has Been Heroes. That's it. Just like literally three games. Not even fucking Mario Kart and not even Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I
Oh, and
mean,
also
because Breath of the Wild came out when the Switch, like the first year the Switch came out, so you played and done that game. It's just that's
yeah, of
it.
course. Mhm. And
And
there's so many
Monster Hunter game probably will be the same.
Kevin, you look like you got something to say.
No, because I was gonna say like I didn't even play Breath on the Wild on the Switch till like I would say like a year of me having my Switch, and it was because I've already played it on the Wii U. So like before I even
Mhm.
thought about playing Breath of the Wild. I was
That's
like, I played
right.
it.
I thought that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's like with the system, it's like I get it, I understand it, but my situation is different from I guess Randy's and Danny's is because my Switch is like literally fucking dying. So it's like I need to buy a new Switch. So I'm not gonna buy the new one because it makes no sense to buy the new one. I'll just get like a light and see if like whatever the Pro is like. But I don't know. It's I personally use it just to practice the games I play like Dragon Ball and Smash. Like if my brother comes, because it's like most of the time I have family coming over, so they're like, "Oh, play me or whatever." So I have a reason to have all those games that I won't usually play with other people. Um.
I
Oh, go ahead.
I think the only way that I think all three of y'all would guarantee buy a brand new Switch Pro is if they did a brand new Metroid that was exclusive to it.
To the Pro specifically, or you mean Switch?
Correct. No, Switch Pro. Yeah.
That's pushy. That's really
Yeah.
pushy.
Because
No.
I was also gonna say that, like, depending on what comes out with that release, like, if they did a full fucking remaster of Ocarina of Time, bro, I'm getting that shit in a heartbeat,
Me
honestly.
too. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
might too. Ocarina of Time is my
Yeah,
game.
actually, speaking of which,
Obviously, I played a minute of that.
Master John Gaming, he was just he was on the chat there. He said he would prefer the remakes like to come out on the system. I would assume. I guess that's what he's saying.
You got
So I
people who
guess
go in the chat.
yeah, there are people who
I thought it was
watch.
just us. Oh, there's us four.
No, so we're streaming.
I was like,
He's saying like remakes are where it's at for I guess for the system. So I think remakes will work out. Like you just said, like yeah, if Pro just no glitches, yeah.
Yeah.
So like Randy, like you were saying, like taking out remakes for like those old classic games that we loved to play as a kid.
Yeah, because that would be like the main incentive to buy it. Otherwise, I would just wait for like what comes out, and then I would see if I wanted to get it. But if they want to come out like, oh, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, fucking Banjo Kazooie HD, or just Banjo Kazooie in general, I'd be like, yes, okay, just take my fucking money. I'll play every other game that I have already on that shit, and that's it.
but do
Yeah.
you really think they need a pro version, or let's say, because to my understanding in
Pro
my
version
head,
of
I
Banjo
think of
Kazooie,
a pro.
yes.
But what I'm saying is, you don't think they could do a. You don't think they could do a remastered HD version on
Without
this
that,
without the pro on a regular
yeah.
Switch? They could do it right now
No,
if they
they
wanted
definitely
to.
can. They definitely can,
That's
but
what I'm
I
saying.
think that it would just be like,
But it'd
um,
be a good marketing thing for them.
yeah, exactly. It would just
Yeah,
sweeten the
that's true. That's true.
because if there's stuff included that like people actually want, they're gonna get it regardless of what the fuck the price is. Because again, it could be fucking 4, 5, 600 bucks. If it has Ocarina of Time, I'm fucking buying that.
Yeah,
Well, that's
I
why.
probably would
That's
too.
why I think. They wouldn't just do it on just the pro. They would have it on both. So
Mhm,
I think something more of exclusive to like Demon Souls.
mhm.
Demon Souls was not available on PS4. It's only available on the PS5. It was a remake. It was what everybody wanted. They asked for it. It looks great, plays great, whatever. A lot of people got a PS5 just for
But
Demon Souls.
there's a very different fan base between Demon Souls and Metroid. Like Metroid is
No, there's not,
huge.
Mario.
because
Mario's huge.
the same people who are playing Metro are the people who grew up on it, and the people who grew up on it are our age, right? And people our age who play games play more adult content, and a Metro game would be considered
That's
a
even
more
more so of
adult.
a reason why you should leave it more open for consumers because not everyone as adults can just have money to just spend on a brand new console. They should be spending it on the console they already have, which may be a Switch or a Switch Lite. Like
That's why.
if they just did it exclusive just for the Switch Pro, so I have to buy the system just so I could play the game also. As an adult, I gotta weigh those options.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would be the incentive for the console, because the console needs some kind of incentive. It can't just be a port to play other games that are already on PS5 or Xbox, or a really nice version of fucking Monster Hunter. It
Oh,
it has to have something to it, and that's why in the beginning I was saying it's new gimmick. Switch is handheld.
yeah.
Wii U is weird, and you break TVs with it. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
Um.
Kevin.
what will it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so, go ahead and finish,
Sorry.
Danny. Before.
No,
No,
no.
you can go.
Listen. You cut me off anytime. I like to talk. So keep
No,
going.
it's fine. Basically, what I was gonna say. Listen, Danny has a lot of fair points. But what I would
Which
say
one?
is,
That's confusing.
listen. It's hard to throw back information after I was just listening, and then I had to look, and I was like, what am I listening for? But it's true about certain consoles. I would just say, let me just get my point up before I forget it. Okay, so what somebody in the chat said, I do not know how to read their name. Sorry, pardon me. They were
Sure.
talking about
These games.
yes, that individual said that they should have like an N64 pack, and I don't mean a copy and paste, emulator. I like they need to like remaster the game, put it on a new console. I just looked up, and this is a side note. I looked up that Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is not on the Switch, and I'm surprised because it was on every console, and that was like for me that would be a game to. It's like a no brainer for Nintendo. 'Cause
Actually, hold on. So sorry to cut you off on that one, but
yeah.
having said that, I was thinking about the virtual console for the 3DS. How like you were able to play like NES games as they said.
Mm-hmm.
What if not just N64, but they also bought back like downloadable GameCube games?
Right, like
That'd
Billy
be
Hatcher and
fun.
the Giant Egg.
Yes.
Like no, like you see, like the games that they don't even think about anymore.
Or like shit
Um,
that you need specifically a GameCube or an emulator for.
right, and they can
Yeah, and the
add.
system would be more powerful to be able to accommodate all that. So it
Yeah,
makes sense to why you have more powerful systems. Yeah,
Wait, why not GameCube? GameCube could still be like downloaded.
Man, I'm down to
yeah.
play Eternal
That's
Darkness
what I'm
again.
saying.
I missed that game.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen somebody play that game in a minute. But yeah, like it's things like that. Give me an incentive. Like what would have been a good thing. I know it sounds messed up. If they would have waited for Animal Crossing and then drop it with the Pro. Like give us an incentive to get the system. Don't just drop the system and be like, oh, it's just a powerful version of the system you already have. Because if you don't know, this is the second time Nintendo did this with the Switch. Because there's a I don't know if you look at the Switch boxes, but there's like a plain ass Switch box, and then there's one with a red line on the sides. That's the better battery, and I didn't know that till somebody told me about it. So I'm like, if Nintendo's gonna keep doing this every console, I'm like, why? Just give us a new system, like a completely new system that's not the Switch, or just upgrade the Switch and be like, stop giving me so many goddamn remakes to the system. We don't need another
Hmm.
remake of a system. We need a better system. That's
Yeah.
it.
Hmm.
But but not only that, they have the system and then they have the online service. So it's like they have to fix both problems. Like you can't fix one problem and then fix that one problem every year, every so often, and then think nobody's gonna complain about the internet. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I
Cyberpunk.
get heated with this.
Elder Scrolls.
Like it's systems, it's that type of thing that irks me about Nintendo. Like everybody's like, oh, Nintendo's bad and all this stuff. I was like, they just make bad moves and then they keep making bad moves, and then you try to correct them and then they think that you're just shit talking them rather than criticizing them on what they should work on rather than what they have their fucking narrow vision on. But
Yeah. Give me
I
one
forgot on the
moment.
internet.
You guys can
I
keep
think
on going right
Nintendo.
now. I'm gonna step away to grab a beer, and then we're gonna move on to the next news article. But keep
I
talking.
do. I
Tell us
really
what
do
you're
believe that.
and he
I
worked
really
with.
do believe that. I really do believe that Nintendo is the most innovative of every console that ever comes out, like whatever generation. Whether they manage to make consoles and have them that people love based off of gimmicks or based off something,
Mhm,
not just okay. I have the most powerful machine this year. I
mhm.
have the most storage or whatever it is. They always manage to do something great, but don't capitalize on it. I feel like
Yeah,
they could do so much more. They could have
yeah.
been the first VR,
Ho-
but they
hold on.
didn't.
Hold on, I have to answer a question. So I'm gonna answer Master. I'm gonna just say
Master
Yeah,
Master
John
Jug.
Gaming.
Master Jug Gaming. It's what I'm saying. Bad move. I'm saying with the choices of games that they choose to focus on. The um the Wii U, the DS was a great system. It was a great handheld. They should have capitalized on they capitalized on the handheld with the Wii U. The Wii U it wasn't good. It wasn't a good sell at all. We can all agree with
no.
that it wasn't good. It was competing with the PS4 and the Xbox One.
What
The
was
bad
it?
system.
Was it more the system though, or was it the games that was offered? Because there
I
wasn't really
I feel
much
like
gaming wise.
it wasn't a lot of games. The only game that I heard that Switch had that I found out later it was on PlayStation was Zombie, and that was it. But it's like Nintendo has so many franchises that they can capitalize from. They can get Metro. They could have put Metro. If they would have brought Metro out, it would have made it. I would say like a more I would say popping system, because it's like, all right, we got Metro back. What else can we get? They don't. They It feels like they're so focused on their own games, and it's like they're starting to do the indie stuff, and I'm grateful for them for that. But it's like you're trying to catch up to like a fucking two Ferraris that are gone, like, and you're on a bike. Like they need to start getting with the times about specifically the game choices that they focus on. Start like catering to the fans. Stop paying attention to all the shit that everybody else is doing, and focus on your own system. Like, stop focusing on everything else. Like, I know they're competing with that, but what I mean, like, what other stuff is like things that they don't need to focus on. Like, they don't need to worry about fighters being on it. They don't need to worry about The Witcher. Like, all the games, make the game look. If you can make the game look good, okay, cool, that's fine. If you can make the online better, that's fantastic. You're competing with everybody else now. But I don't know. They just got Apex, and I was like, that's cool. I was like, no, it's gonna look bad regardless, and it's gonna probably run bad. But it's what they choose to focus on.
I mean,
I,
the more games and the more hands you have people getting those games, like the better, regardless, like of whether they're ports or whatever they may be. I think Nintendo still is kind of cool that they really just do their own thing, regardless of like what trend they're following, like game wise, system
Mhm.
wise. They're like innovators. They think outside the box, and they kind of like they take these risks. And aside from the Wii U, and like Master Jung said, the Virtual Boy, like Nintendo has not fucked up ever for a long time. So it's like I still think they should keep doing what they're doing.
I
I
feel
love
you.
Virtual Boy. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
it fucking
sir.
practically
I
caused
still see red to
blindness.
this day.
The only thing that I can say that nobody's topping Nintendo on is I would say reactions, and I mean that more so in a good way. Like, let's be honest. Whoever watched Smash, like just the Smash reaction, do you know how much energy Nintendo gives off with the character reveals? Like, it's like they're very smart marketing when it comes to characters, and I'm just talking about in Smash.
Hmm.
Nobody is topping them on that type of reaction. Not fighters, not Tekken, not any other game in that type of genre. Nintendo really has, I would say, that knowledge of character. I mean, like of touch with their fan base. Like, they added Sephiroth to fucking Smash. Who the fuck thinks about that, to put Sephiroth in a fighting game? You know what I mean? Like, it's like Cloud. You could do
Dissidia.
Well,
like,
yeah, the
but I
city
mean,
of Air Geese did it too.
in a family friendly game, he's literally stabbing people. You know what I mean? It's
Everybody thought he killed Mario in that trailer.
exactly
just like his
like,
step cloud.
yeah, like watch the trailer and see, like, tell me you don't get goosebumps. Banjo Kazooie, King K. Rool, like all these characters that everybody is happy to, like, they wanted for years, and they got them in the game. And we don't know if we're gonna get another Smash, like, because Sakurai's,
Yeah,
he's
he's kind of
getting
done with
older.
it. Yeah.
He's kind of done with it, so it's like we don't know if we're gonna get another Smash. And I'm grateful that they did everything. Like, that's the reason why I have Smash Bros. Because I can't beat that reaction. I can't beat it. I love that game to death, and I love like what he did with it. But it's like everything outside of that game it makes me like, it's a bittersweet feeling, because it's like I go back to like just playing on other systems, because for me Nintendo doesn't really have much to offer from what everything I could play from a different system, except for the handheld. I love the handheld.
Hmm.
Now, I just want to like reply to one more thing that was in chat.
All right.
Pinkety Gaming said that if it's going to be retro, it should only be cartridge games. I understand that, but at the same time, I personally don't agree with that, because it's going to be very limiting to what the newer kids are going to be playing. I know that the majority of them probably won't be interested in it, but like Kevin said, it'll give you access to play Billy Hatcher and even some fucking rinky dink ass game like the Cubics game or some shit. But it would be nice to have some GameCube games to be able to download, if anything.
Hmm.
So like not just to limit it to their only like cartridge. What the fuck is the word I'm looking for? like discography, but not necessarily.
I would say
Their
hard, just
catalog,
hard.
not just like the catalog of fucking cartridge games, but also like their mini discs.
Mhm.
I think that would
Mhm.
be pretty neat.
I would,
Mm.
You know
I
what I
would,
mean?
I would say Nintendo is the only system that I've seen, or that I know of now, that is very innovative with their I would say game selections, as in like the actual holding of it. Like first we had like a small disc. Actually, first we had a cartridge, then we had a small disc, then we have like these little fucking flash drives that you could put. Like it's very
That tastes
innovative.
like chocolate.
That tastes. Shut up! You're not supposed to eat it. But it's like I can say that they do a lot of innovative things.
Well,
But
like I
when you
said, they've been the most innovative console. I mean, how
yeah, I
many
would say I would
variations
say
of
that.
this PlayStation box do we have? I mean, they're all the same thing. It's a game, you
Hmm.
play console, they play game, that's it, done.
Yeah.
Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it is all the same thing.
Hmm.
PlayStation, I mean, Nintendo has, I keep saying we, but Nintendo has done something every single system that's completely different. It's not just a box that plays games,
Yep.
and it's been like that since day one.
Yeah.
You know,
From the
Controllers.
GameCube and the way it looks to the N64 to the weird ass controllers,
Hmm.
and it keeps on going.
All right.
On God.
All right,
we need
guys.
the game sphere.
All
We're
right.
gonna
On
we're
God.
gonna we're gonna move on to the
Hold
next
on.
one. What's up?
One thing. One thing. 64 controller is the best controller by far.
I like the
The,
64 controller.
Honestly,
it's
though.
it's the best controller.
All right. So, originally this was a rumor. So I wanted to talk about this when it was still a rumor, and now it's no longer a rumor because it turns out to be true. Sony is getting rid of the PlayStation Store for the PS3, the Vita, and the PSP. So, what are your thoughts on whether something like that is necessary and how it would affect people? Randy.
Personally, I don't care much for it, but it does kind of suck because at that point, if you can't buy a game digitally for those systems anymore, you're gonna have to get it physically. And if you're gonna need to get it physically only, those prices are gonna go fucking up.
They become
Because
collectors.
yeah, at that point, because like, what is it? I wanted to play Metal Gear for. I don't know if you could play the PS3 disc on the PS4, but I wanted to play Metal Gear 4, and
The
there's like
uh
a digital.
the PS4. Sorry, no. I don't know. Go ahead.
But what is it? They were saying how like it's you could only purchase it for disc and whatnot, and I can't seem to find it, and it's disheartening. But I know that I have it. But if I had to download it, and like now that if I had downloaded on PS3 and now that it's going to be taken down, now that I can't, how much is it going to go for? Because
Yeah.
remember how like the PS4 had the Metal Gear Solid bundle as like a launch thing?
Yeah.
That's the one that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So if you want one like that, it's going to be pretty expensive. Even if it's not like the PS3 included, just the title itself is already going to be really fucking expensive.
Yeah, that's true. One of the things that I kind of am worried about, and I'll let you guys get your piece into it, but I was going to add also, what worries me is there is no fuck. What's the term? We're trying to conserve gaming history for that matter, and the fact that they're getting rid of these stores kind of puts pressure on that as well. Like we're losing these games if we can't find the hard copy, then they're just lost, and a lot of people are missing out on these great games that we can't play anymore. So, Kevin, what do you think on everything that Randy said? I said.
Um, I agree, and it's very disheartening because for me the PS3 was one of my favorite. PS3 and the Xbox 360 had like very vast games for me, and I know it's one of those things that it's like it was bound to happen because the PlayStation does that so often. Like they will cancel the systems. I mean I would say the online services for like systems in from time to time. But I don't know. I just hope that they do the like transfer some games over or try to do like the same thing like on like let's say for the P5 they let you play certain P3 games and like make it more I would say vast than they had for the P4 because I didn't feel like you could play any P2 3 games on it. It was so limited. Um but yeah, it sucks and I don't know. It's one of those things that it's like it's what can you really do about it? Everything happens for a reason, you know what I mean? Especially with that.
Mhm.
Danny.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
So, like with them removing the PlayStation Store for the PS3, Vita, PSP, obviously you can't buy those games digitally anymore. So they're harder
Yeah.
to get access to unless you buy, like Randy said, you buy a hard copy, which they don't have an infinite amount of those either. So, what are your thoughts on people basically missing out on history, retro gaming
Um,
in general?
I think there'll always be emulators. I mean, there's
But
always going to
emulators
be
are
somebody who.
illegal. Emulators are illegal though, so that's a touchy
But then it's.
subject. So
So I'm just gonna get rid of mine right now.
But that didn't stop. But that didn't stop. I mean, yeah, it might be illegal, but it doesn't stop other
of course,
people from making. Or and at the end of the day, that they're gonna end up putting them all out on something, whether it be the the mini Nintendo thing that we have, or the mini PlayStation thing we have, or the mini whatever it is. They're all gonna. That's why they're being taken off these things, because they're gonna make a mini
you
version
think
of
they're
it
going to
to
benefit
try
from
to
it in
sell
the
it.
future? Okay.
Yeah,
A
and they just
mini
want to sell you
PlayStation
on
3.
that. Yeah, they're gonna have that mini PlayStation 3, or they're gonna have them eventually to download back on the PS19 or whatever the hell it's gonna be as their retro week.
Not
Make you pay another $20 or whatever it is for a game that you want it, because they're gonna remaster it, because that is
mm,
the big thing they do. And if
So
it's worth remastering, then it's probably worth playing.
it
And if it's not worth remastering, then you have it on the emulator.
so with that and with that what you're saying, my question is
Bootleg is key.
it'll eventually you're saying it'll eventually come out. So you're telling me like would any of you guys wouldn't be bothered by the fact that like let's say I want to play the first Metal Gear game and now I can't do it anymore. So now I have to wait until Sony decides on re-releasing the game or remastering it or whatever. Like, does that bother anybody? Like, is like the access to the game is cut off until Sony says otherwise. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Disney did it.
Yeah, they
Oh
did
my
That's,
god.
actually.
that's true.
Yeah.
Like Disney's Vault. Disney Vault made a lot of money because that was, I mean, the channel became huge because the Vault was there. You couldn't watch Peter Pan, you couldn't buy Peter Pan unless they released it. And for that small period window, they released, main copies, whatever it is. But once it was gone, that's it. Back in the Vault. Same
Yeah.
thing can happen with this. You never know. And it's a smart move. I mean, why not capitalize on something they're going to want? Hide it for a little bit, then bring it back out, make money.
Kevin, you were gonna say something about that,
Uh, shit, I
or something
forgot.
before?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say that. For me, the PS3 has like a lot of games that I didn't play. Like I haven't played since childhood. Like Legends of Dragoon. I haven't played that game since I was like maybe like 8 or 9.
I love that game
So
so
like,
much.
Me
me
too.
me not having the access to like purchase the game. I mean, I've purchased it already, but I'm saying like, let's say for if my PS3 breaks or something and I have to re-download it, like the ability for me to get the game again would be even harder, because then I'll have to get a P1, then track the game down, and then deal with the like outrageous price for it and the price for all the discs as well. So it's gonna be hard, but I don't think that they're gonna do what Danny said, that they're gonna re-release it. It's good. They're gonna be again selective with the games that they re-release. Xbox, I was waiting for them to release Grabbing by the Ghoulies. They released it in like a pack, and I was in love with that. I was like, oh, okay, they actually thought about us. But PlayStation, not, you know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna release every game or like make it like the PlayStation Now that they release a bunch of games for it. But who knows? I want to be optimistic, but I'm gonna just be a skeptic for now.
But like you said, even Legend of Dragoon, what do we play it on, Danny? The
PlayStation 1.
emulator. I know. I'm talking about. We played it recently, didn't we?
Oh, we had a hacked PlayStation 1 classic somewhere.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my point. Is that they're always going to be a classic in an emulator.
Yeah.
There's always going to be some way to have it. These games aren't disappearing. The code is not disappearing. Code's not automatically vanished, gone for nowhere. They're going to be out there if you wanted to play it. If you are a hardcore gamer who is willing to play an older game like that to begin with, you have the ability to do so, and you will. You're going to have to know how. It's no other person is going to want to play that game.
Randy,
No young kid is gonna go. Let me show you Legend. Like my kids, I'm showing Legend of Dragoon. Look at me, I'm stupid. Why do you like this blocky game? You know, that's why I'm using
Yeah,
it to
it
Final
looks bad.
Fantasy to Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Randy,
what was that word?
you're
Oh,
quiet. You're quiet there.
Me? Oh, I'm also like hunting as we speak.
You're hunting.
Hell yeah, bro. Fucking can't put this shit down. Um, I don't know. It's at some point they probably will like release everything because it seems like I don't know. It's hard to tell what the hell they're gonna do. Um,
They could just keep it to themselves and lock it up forever, or they could do what
yeah,
Danny's saying, and they'll probably do it the Disney style.
the Disney way, yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is that like scalpers are definitely gonna be there. Personally, like the PlayStation 3 wasn't like that big of a console for me, so I don't really feel affected by this honestly. The only thing that I did use it for was to play PS2 games
Hmm.
on it.
mm,
That was really about it.
Yeah, PlayStation 3 also was a console that bombed. I mean,
I
they
wouldn't
know they
say
did.
it bombed, but it was just like it wasn't their strongest. They were definitely
Yeah,
overshadowed by the 360,
It
at least
Xbox.
in my
it
Yeah,
opinion.
picked up
exactly.
towards the end of its
360.
life.
which is bad.
And
Yeah.
I had one towards the end, and it was funny because I wasn't even planning. I was never planning on getting a PS4. I had the Xbox. I love the 360. I loved it. I was playing that. It was my media player. It was everything. My wife got it for my birthday or Valentine. I don't know. It was like a random gift.
Yeah.
I swear. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll play it. And then I'm going, shit, I love the PS4. What happened? And it's because the PS3 was such a downfall for me anyway, where there was nothing. It was just PS2 Pro.
Mm.
Yeah, I brought it back. See, like that.
That callback, right?
There you go.
All right. So let's move on to the next one, which is the final one and then we'll get on to like a community question stuff. And if you guys do have time, I also have a bit of a game that we can play. We'll talk about that later. But the last article, according to Gamerant, GameStop is planning to sell PC hardware such as GPUs and motherboards, etc., kind of like a Best Buy, I guess, or a CompUSA back in the day. Do you guys think this is a good approach to the dying franchise, or is there anything else they can do to help them financially?
I go first.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I wanted to ask you a question. I honestly wanted to ask this question. Didn't GameStop already start selling like? I know they weren't selling like CPUs and GPUs and things like that, but I figured that they were selling like games and stuff.
I think, well, obviously games, but
But
there's
I hope
I
they
mean, no.
Oh.
But I meant also like motherboards and stuff like that. Because as of
no.
recent, no,
I
right?
think I think if anything, you're probably thinking of Blockbuster before they died because they started
I
selling
would,
electronics towards the end.
I was just gonna say that this sounds exactly like what
Yeah,
Blockbuster tried to do towards the end,
Blockbuster
but
Blockbuster started selling big screen TVs, computer parts, of course gaming as well. They started to sell a bunch of things. They turned it into a hardware store essentially, and they still died. They're still gone. I think there's just one left in the entire United States.
granted, there's a documentary on that, and it
Yeah,
did not die for the reasons you guys thought. It did not die because of
not
Netflix,
Netflix.
and didn't die for its bad purchases. It actually was winning, and it actually would have dominated, but because it was bought by
I'm gonna
Viacom,
check out that
whatever it was,
documentary.
yeah, it's on Netflix, and
Yeah,
because it was bought by Viacom, I think it was Viacom, whatever parent company it was owned by, was siphoning money out of it to make up their debt. So all the money they were making was going towards their debt, and that's all it was doing. So it wasn't actually producing any real income. So when the crash happened in 2007, 2008, the bubble burst, that's when they got affected real bad and they went under. They were actually doing better than Netflix at the time. So much so that Netflix actually offered to sell to Blockbuster, and
yeah,
Blockbuster
yeah,
said
yeah,
no, we don't need it because we're doing better. We have 9,000 stores, and you guys got like 200.
yeah.
Anyway, that was my little rant
So
on Blockbuster.
yeah,
Keep going.
so you were saying, Kevin, what were your thoughts on that? Like them selling parts. Like, is that going to help them at all? Do you think, or they should do
It
something
it,
else?
it all depends on how. I don't know. It's because I haven't bought from anything from GameStop in like I could say now in like almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
even
'cause Amazon.
before the Amazon. I
I
go to
call cap.
huh? You call
Didn't
Cap?
you get didn't you get the all-in-one bundle from Kingdom Hearts? I'll take my shot now.
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, I bought it from Amazon, but thank you for trying.
Oh, well, I mean,
Oh, and you still got to
Take
take
that
that
shot.
I'll
shot.
See?
take my shot.
Take that shot.
Um,
By the
But
way, I'm sponsoring myself with Screwball. Have you guys had Screwball?
Oh, the peanut butter whiskey?
The peanut butter whiskey.
Hell yeah.
wait,
That sounds
Randy,
good. You have that?
what is this
But
screwball you
it's
speak
still
of?
whiskey.
Road sponsor. Road
I'm
sponsor.
glad you asked. No, I'm kidding.
I had
Anyways,
to pour my shot.
no, sorry,
Oh.
go on. Anyways, you haven't bought stuff 2 years and change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't bought a lot of stuff, and if I want to hunt something down, I either go to J&L or like Game Express. I don't go to GameStop. Like if I'm looking for like a P3 game that I haven't seen in a long time, like Bleach Soul Resurrection or like the Gundam Mosu games for the Xbox 360, I would go to J&L because they always have it.
DW Gundam, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how I started falling in love with Gundam. And
Wow,
like,
you're late.
no, shut up. I'm talking about like I was already in love with Gundam, Double O, but I'm talking about like the entire series.
I know you're late.
Shut up. Nobody. Let me live.
No.
So, Randy, what are your thoughts on that GameStop stuff?
Um,
I'm sure it's something, again, you don't care about.
I genuinely don't.
I know.
Because it does seem like a last ditch effort because considering the time that we're in now, they're doing everything like online. Fucking oh shit.
Oh,
Exactly.
nice.
Bless you.
They're not doing it like, oh, I'm gonna wait online at GameStop for the PlayStation 5 drop or whatever the case.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the fucking computer now. PC
Yeah.
gaming has kind of gone up, at least the way I feel. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but it's smart, but I don't think it's gonna save them, honestly.
It should have started 2 years ago. Sooner.
What do you think
Yeah.
would, if anything?
Where was it? Master Jun Gaming said better deals, and I think that would genuinely make it a lot better.
And stop on
That's
toys.
very broad, though. Like, better
No, that
deals,
is very
how?
broad. But Master Jun Gaming, I'm going to call on you for this one. What do you mean by better deals?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like the rewards program isn't exactly that rewarding per se. I don't know. It feels like it's worse than a fucking mom and pop shop. You know what I mean?
Sorry to interrupt, but do you know I bought all the fucking reward cards for them? And you want to know how much I saved? Less than I would have spent. It was almost the amount I spent. That's how much I would have saved without the deal. Like I'm like, it's like it's not incentivized. Like the deals that they have. Like I would say some of them are good. Like 20% off of a used item, like stuff, things like that. But I'm like, you can get that anywhere. You could just find the product you're looking for at a lower price, or like anywhere anywhere else. You know what I mean? They have good things. I don't know why they even started the toy thing. That was a bit much, but I don't know. Back to Randy with sports.
Well-
Just all in all, I don't think it's like a smart thing. I mean, cool. It
Well,
makes it a bit
I
more
think they're-
accessible.
I think they're trying, and we all know they're trying to do stuff, and they're trying to come up. First, it was toys. Obviously, put more accessories, things that are marked up. It's all about margins for them. Obviously, the games they lower the margins on their games, or possibly they're not that they lower their margin is they don't have the buy power. Back in when there was actual disc and actual, games you can actually buy, they had the buying power. They had, okay, we're the only supplier, we're the only person who's going to buy from your vendor, so we are going to pay you X amount of dollars, and you have to do it because nobody else is going to do it. Now Amazon came in. Okay, well, Amazon has taken over that. They're now offering more money because they can afford it to the vendors, to the purchasers, to buy the product, the games. Then that all went away with digital. So now nobody's really buying actual games anymore, not as much. Therefore, they're not producing them. And if they're not producing them, the margins on it aren't going to be what it is. So if they pay, say, $50 or whatever it is for a game, it's never going to be that high. But you know what I mean? If they pay a certain amount of money, their margin's never going to be there. They're not going to make the money. So they had to find a way to make money. And the only way they can do that is with accessories, right? Everybody always says accessories is what gets you. I work in building supplies, so we know this. You buy drywall, they're cheap, but the fucking mud that you put on the drywall is extremely priced up and margin. It doesn't cost, and that's where we make our money. Same thing for accessories. They bought in a Pikachu doll because Pikachu doll cost them a fucking dollar probably at some fucking swap shop in China, and they marked it up for $20. Great margins. And that's the only way they can make money. They sell a few $52 will make way more profit, way more money than you would if you sold any games. And they started probably to make some money off of that, which is what kept them open. So they said, what else can we do? Oh, well, let's buy cheap electronics. And that's what they're doing now, because they don't have the
So
top of the line electronics when you go in there.
So I'm sorry if I missed your answer from before, but so are you saying that what they're doing right? Like I heard you say that they're trying, but is what they're doing right now might work in the long run?
No, because nobody's ever going to really, at the end of the day, they're never going to be able to buy as much product and make and sell. You know what I mean? So they're
Yeah.
going to be buying way more product than they can actually sell. So yeah, it is higher margins if you were to sell it all, but you're going to be stuck with so much product on yourselves that after 6 months, 7 months, whatever it is, you actually start to lose those profits, and that's when they keep trying new things. That's why they started with the toys. Shit, we're making some money, we're making better margins off of this, but now we can't sell what we have in the stores because the stores start to stack up and the stock rooms or whatever are filled, which is probably what's happening. Okay, so what can we do? Let's do electronics. Okay, doing electronics. I mean, they're gonna keep trying to do different things until they find whatever is the niche that they can luckily find. And I think in 2 years you might not have GameStops, especially with Amazon booming because of the pandemic.
Probably
I mean,
not. I mean, Master Jung, he's saying stuff like he's still talking about like better deals, better prices, and stuff like that. I guess for old games, he says retro, but I'm not sure if he means by old games or trade-ins or something like that. But I think like there's only so much deals and so much change that they can do in their prices because at some point, like you said, those margins are going to affect them and they're going to start losing money and they're not going to make any
and
money.
you Blockbuster. Okay, one of the things you learn from that Blockbuster documentary is very simple concept. Was when the movies first came out, when VHS was invented, or what is home video things, movies cost almost $100 to buy a VHS, to buy an or whatever it is. Star Wars, I think it was that they made an example of, cost you $100 if you wanted to buy that tape. So what Blockbuster did is said, hey, we'll go in, we'll buy it now, and we'll sell it. And obviously, we sell it, we rent it out a few times, we make the money back. After a while, they were able to buy them in bulk all throughout the U.S. and go, okay, we want to buy your VHSs for $20 now, whatever it was. It was super. Like that percentage extremely dropped, and that's how purchasing works with video games. Same exact way. GameStop was the main person that was buying it, so they were buying all these things in bulk at an extremely low price. Now it's not something that gets sold as much because it's digital, so the price of it's gone up. So
Yeah.
they can't afford really to keep that many copies of a game in stock. Because their prices are going up.
Yep.
So they have to try different ways, and sadly, there are no purchasers really for vintage games. Nobody's selling them.
Randy, stop hunting and put your 2 cents in.
Honestly though, it's hello. Wait, no. I'm paying attention. I'm like super intrigued by like what Danny is saying
Okay.
because I have never had this much insight on anything.
Okay.
So like
Go
just
on.
listening to dude when he was talking about drywall and mud, I was like, how would that comparison be bought on with video games? And he fucking did it.
I'm pretty good at it.
No, so by all
I'm
means,
a
like keep talking
salesperson.
business.
That's
Like
what I do for a living. I actually
Yeah.
go around selling shit, so I'm pretty good at my job. That's all I'm gonna
I could tell.
Okay, salute to you, buddy. I'm taking one for you, buddy.
You just looked for any excuse right there.
Nah, I was drinking
say. Yeah.
my Kahlua.
You were saying, Randy?
You were saying, Randy?
I was saying by all means continue, please.
No, I'm done. I mean, that's you asked the question. The main question was, will we think this worked? I think ultimately no. I think it's a last ditch effort to try to make some profits and ride out this wave. But digital's going to kill them, I think, in the long run.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Amazon is going to kill them.
Because even then, when it comes to buying shit in bulk, even if like the stores do buy computer parts for like a cheaper price than what they sell them for, that $800 graphics card or whatever the case at minimum, it's still not going to be just a couple like $100.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So they're
Yeah.
not going to make up for what they're going to be spending on it, because even then people could just order that shit online, have it directly sent to their home. Not everyone wants to fucking go out, and if some places end up closing down, then fuck it, they're kind of assed out.
And how many have you done this? My wife does it all the time. It makes me laugh. We'll go into a toy store, we're going someplace, and we'll go, oh, we want this. Oh, fuck, let's look on Amazon real quick, see how much it is. Or look online, see how much it is. Oh, look, I can buy it
Yep.
for $5 less. I'll
Yeah.
order it later. I don't need it
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But that's why toy stores are dying. You know?
Random
And
random
it's-
Jaspery online. He says just Google. Like literally, people just Google
Yeah.
everything too. Just
Yeah,
that's it.
you just type it in Google and see how much it is. Oh, look, first thing pops up Amazon. Comes
Yeah,
up,
first thing is usually
I'm
Amazon
buy
too,
it
or
next.
eBay.
So the same thing is going to happen to you go into a China store unless you need something right then, right now, which can happen. You can't wait fucking next day shipping.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, Amazon Prime, most of the shit's already there. Like the second tab when you look something up, it's normally
game
shopping if
system.
it's not images.
Mm.
So
No.
you have every single place that will sell it at varying prices.
and does it suck? Yes, because the whole malls are dying. Everything's dying now because of it. And where do you find GameStops most of the time now? In malls. Will it die? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Random Jasper just said something very interesting. Fun fact:
I
Google
can't-
made a
I
game
can't-
console. No, fun fact: Google made a game system. I didn't know this.
Wait, they made a game
That's
system?
They
funny.
made a game system. They just said it.
Isn't Amazon making a game system?
They were.
Isn't
They
KFC
scrapped it.
Isn't KFC
I
making a
thought
game
that-
system?
Yeah, KFC's got the KFC Xbox, right? Randy, didn't you get that
Oh.
system?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it. Fucking Google did the Stadia one. That was the
Yeah, Stadia.
Ah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one. Isn't that? I heard
And
that.
I mean, it's still around, but it's not.
It's still around.
It's not doing anything special, really,
You said
because it
what?
streams everything.
Get away from me.
because with Stadia, it's like you stream it, you play it.
Yes,
Based
I
on
was
where your
under a
internet
rock.
is, you could still play the fucking game, but it would be at like either 140p or like a solid 1080 or like anywhere in between. So you're either playing on like a Nokia or you're playing on an actual computer.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I forgot that Stadia was
We're gonna go on to the community question. So, and you guys can still, anybody watching right now, you guys can still jump in on this question too if you guys can think of something at the moment. So last week or 2 weeks ago, actually, because since we didn't do a episode this past week, the community question was, "What is your favorite weapon in any video game? Why is it
your favorite weapon.
your favorite?" Leave it to Randy to turn it sexual somehow.
What? No. What?
The dildo from Cyberpunk.
Your favorite
2077.
Wait, what?
My favorite weapon is like Whip from Castlevania because I want him to use it on me. That is not true. All right,
Oh, man.
so I'm gonna take a small break, get another beer.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm gonna be right back.
All right. Kevin, you want to go first?
No.
Okay, I'll go
Did you
first.
make it?
I'll
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. My favorite game. I would go again with the Lightspeed shoes from. Oh wait, hold on. The Lightspeed shoes from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Lightspeed shoes, huh?
Yeah.
That's. I did not expect that.
Yeah. It's a very stupid. It's obviously it's gonna help me with my motion sickness. So basically, you kind of turn into a ball, and then you have light on you, and it attacks anything that you deem an enemy in front of you. How would that work in real life? I don't know. It would be fun.
It destroys all customers in a restaurant.
Yeah. So any bad, like they don't tip, I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
And then I get a score from it. So
Yeah,
That's
that's your
what
tip.
that's my tip.
Yeah.
Yeah. just covered in blood. I gotta take a shower, guys. It's too
No,
much.
you
I gotta
just
get
run
up.
it off.
No, I
You
can't.
run super fast, and like in the cartoons, it
No, I
just like
only
comes right off the beat.
I only have the leg speed ability. I don't have the ability to run fast. That's it.
Uh,
Yeah,
well,
so, yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah. The downside. Gotta take a shower every time.
Hey, Randy,
Ooh.
what do you
Well,
got? And it better not be
let's
a
go with
Keyblade.
Danny. Let's go with
Okay,
Danny.
Danny.
There's too many that
You
I
did
still have
say
to
you
pick.
thought of one.
Oh yeah, the you know what weapon I always thought was interesting was the Soul Reaver. I love the Soul Reaver
Ooh,
because
yes.
Legacy of Kain is one of my favorite games, and then when you get
Wow.
that sword at the end that can actually suck the blood out of that absorb the blood into the sword, just a great concept. And then later on evolve to the spectral sword and things like that. That's actually my favorite like weapons. So that's my
That's
pick.
actually really
I
cool.
hate my answer
So,
now.
Why?
so he you essentially want it for the suck, right?
Oh man. So mine, excuse me, mine is the Master Sword from Legend of Zelda. Any Legend of Zelda, take your pick. Probably not Fee though, from Wind Waker. Not Wind Waker, sorry. Skyward Sword, because that
Why not?
chick
That's the
was
best.
annoying. She did not shut the hell up.
But it's the
So,
best one.
so the Master Sword though, I think is badass, and it's just legendary. It's like it goes up there, kind of like with like the whole Excalibur thing with King Arthur and stuff. Like
Hmm.
when you think of Zelda or Link, you think of the Master Sword. Like that's the initial thing that you want to go for in any Zelda game. So like I love the like the what's the word the symbolism towards it, or how much of an icon it is. So it's even something I even thought about getting a tattoo of at some point. So I love the Master Sword. Yeah, that's one of it.
Are we doing like 2 rounds of this, or is it just one and we're done?
Just one, because I don't
Okay.
want to keep Danny out too late. And then we
We
also
can do one more round
well,
if you
I
want.
do I
I'll
do
do
also
two.
want to do a game as well, because I've been trying to work on some games that we can play while we do an episode, and that way the people watching can enjoy as well. They could probably play along. So Randy, what's your weapon?
Ah, there's too much to
Saints Row
think of.
dildo bat.
No,
I
that was
actually hated that one. Funnily enough,
Saint.
that was
really
my like least favorite one. I don't know, like all the gimmicky weapons from Saints Row. I didn't like them.
Yeah.
dubstep gun.
Yeah.
Really?
Not even a
It
dubstep gun.
was fun. I like the music for it. Doom, doom, doom.
Um, hmm. I'm gonna have to pick one from Guitar Man.
This mofo.
I'm not gonna pick the Guitar though,
I
but it
know.
would actually be Mojo King B's Guitar, the trumpet.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, I can't really remember that.
Not for anything special. I mean, just like it. Aside from it sounding really nice, like it's really cute because you know how
Mm-hmm.
like the trumpet has the 3 buttons.
Mm-hmm.
They have bunnies on top.
Ah, on top of it.
I don't
Yeah,
remember that.
it's like a little gold trumpet, and his I'm just gonna call them frets. I don't know what they're called, but the things that you like press on,
Yeah.
they're the little bunnies.
Okay.
And also, I mean, like you could make awesome music and use it as a weapon.
I'm gonna have to ban that game from your like memory somehow.
Is that going to be my second Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, probably. You're just racking them up there.
Good, no, because then also like the other one, it's like some. To be honest, it's quite edgelord because
Hmm.
it would be the shadow katana from Dishwasher because it
Oh,
turns you into smoke as like you. Get, actually, no, it'd be that one because I
yeah,
get everywhere super fast.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
because you
Uh,
turn into a
Mine's
cloud of smoke, you dash through.
uh,
mine's is lame. I should have picked.
No,
I
it's
should have
still
picked
pretty cool.
Travis Scott's. Travis
the
Scott's.
light sword, whatever it is.
Yes. Yeah.
It
Just
just-
jerking.
It's Travis Touchdown.
Oh, Travis Touchdown. I said Travis Scott. My fault.
Travis
Wrong person.
touchdown. Yeah.
The other one's like, come on.
I would have done it. I would have done it. Um,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, all right, so we got some people online who were actually participating in there, and where'd it go? We got Random Jaspery. He said, just sniper gun, general sniper gun, so fun and head scope, funny, mostly in Call of Duty. Master Jung, he says Titan from Titanfall, fucking badass Titan, of course, hell yeah. And Pink Cat Gaming says the Icer Fire Flower from Mario. Actually, that's pretty cool too. I like the
I
fire
put that
one.
on, yeah.
Yeah, the fire one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you read the MK message as well?
Guess MK. What is MK? What do you mean?
I think Mortal Kombat, any ability in Mortal Kombat, which would be
Guess
insane.
MK2. I guess that's what she meant, or he meant. He. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, those are cool. And then we got some participants in TikTok and I think in Instagram as well. I'm not sure if I posted on Instagram this past week. Champion 4270. Oh, Mario Kart is what
Mario-
she meant.
Oh, Mario Kart.
Oh,
What? Why?
yeah. Man, you throw
Because
that homing shell? Yeah, hell yeah.
First of all, but what if you're in first? You're throwing it and you're in front of the person.
Can't you throw it behind you though?
No, it goes to the person in front.
Oh, the blue shell does, but there's a regular
Blue shell.
homing shell too.
That also, and if you throw the green one, it comes back sometimes.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't risk it. It's too RNG for me.
You get your star and you're good.
Yeah, just the star or the bullet.
Actually, hold on. Time out. Okay, can I change my answer?
Okay.
What?
The Celestial Brush from Okami.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like
I
that
win.
answer.
All right, I'm changing mine to Bullet Bill.
Honestly, I still think
Danny.
Danny wins. I think Danny wins, but
Oh, of course.
I like Celestial Brush second.
He is cutting me in half.
No. Go Soul Reaper. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I get silver.
You get what?
Silver. What? I get the silver medal.
Oh yeah, you get the silver medal. I get a participation trophy.
You get the gold star with comics.
All right, hold on. Moving on. TikTok. We got Champion 4270. He said the M1911, which is from I believe Call of Duty. He said, oh no, Far Cry. Someone else said the Master Sword. I didn't even catch that one. That's Robo Gizmo. And then there's Kev, you participated in it. Boneless Pizza. Dragon Beyblade. Really?
Oh, Dragoon, of course. With all the works and everything.
Yeah. And then BattleBot66, he said the Vault gun, which is from Apex. So that's a pretty cool gun, actually, if any of you guys play Apex.
Of course.
And let me double check real quick, because I don't know if I did put it on Instagram. I remember myself putting it on there that time. Oh, no, that was last week's. Never mind. So I did not put it on Instagram this time. So that is all of them for that. So the next thing I am going to do is an experiment here.
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Everybody went dark.
Sorry.
Oh, it got real quiet real fast.
Wait, Kev, you take another one?
Yeah.
You want to take another shot?
Kampai.
Wait. Oh God, sorry. Wait.
Desktop.
Single or
Yeah.
double?
I'll do a double for you.
All right, I'll do a double with you.
Whoops. That
You know,
is not what I meant to
the time
do.
I think those are doubles, but I think they're singles.
Yeah, TikTok. We are on TikTok random. All right, so I am going
ready?
to post up a
Yeah.
picture
I'm
on. I'm going to post up a picture on the chat, and I'm also going to show it here on the stream, so that way everybody else at home can see it. And you guys are going to guess what game it's from.
All right.
And
GameStop.
I'm a little
I see
worried.
it.
I'm a little worried because I think Danny will get it quicker than the rest, but we'll see.
You realize that I just said the JPEG name, right?
Oh,
I couldn't see it on the thing.
it didn't load?
No, I don't think you saw the name of what it was.
Oh, okay.
Ninja Gaiden.
I couldn't see it on the. I was looking at the
I already
screen.
fucked it up.
So
Yeah.
we are immediately disqualified.
Yeah.
Disqualified. All right, I'm out.
To be fair, I wouldn't have gotten it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have said Alien versus Predator.
Well, don't start like throwing out answers now.
No.
Alien versus
I wouldn't.
Predator. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got to make sure I change the JPEG name then next time.
Mm,
That's all right. You just
Yeah.
learn. You learn.
And
Um.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm like 90, so I gotta figure out chat and how I look at it because I can't see shit. So I'll figure it out later.
Yeah. All
Oh, I
right.
just saw you popped up and up. Oh, that's from
Just
Metroid.
for
Metroid.
this.
It's like the alien from Metroid, no?
No, not really.
The one you
It
get the orbs from.
it is from Ninja Gaiden.
I was disqualified. So
Those are the original Nintendo Ninja Gaiden, like these statues that you had to chase after, which was like the whole MacGuffin or whatever it is you want to call it. Seriously?
Just put that next time.
Yeah. All right, and then the final game here is before we finish up the episode. So I'm gonna name you guys a bunch of hints of the game, and you're gonna try to guess what the game is. And I'm gonna try not to like blatantly give out something that makes it obvious what the game is, but biggest hint I'll tell you is that it's a retro game.
Soul Reaver. Oh,
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 So yeah, keep up with that. I honestly I wanted to do like guess the game as in like what IGN does, which is 20 questions. But I was trying like really hard not to copy them and then like be compared to it or whatever. But like if that's something you guys want to do, I'm still down to do that.
I'm still down for Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Well, I gotta like build that stuff up and stuff. I'm down to do that too, actually.
Yeah.
And I could definitely
No,
put that
no,
on the screen.
no fighting game things. It'll be an unfair advantage.
Probably.
only
Maybe.
Kingdom Hearts for me.
Only Kingdom Hearts.
Both
Name this
shots right now.
Oh shit!
All right.
All right, so
Well, okay, Kevin's not taking his. Hold on.
Wait. What? Oh, right. Shit, I forgot. Boop, boop, boop,
we're gonna try to do this in 20 minutes.
Got you.
Come on. All right, so the American release of this game was November 1988. Any guesses?
I'm terrible with dates.
Horrible.
That's fine. The main character's name is Jason.
Voorhees?
No.
Born?
Huh?
Datham.
Born?
Born? No. Was
Okay.
Jason Bourne even around in 88? Like the books?
Maybe the books.
The tank's name is Sophia the Third.
Chief, you lost me at this one. Danny, it's on you.
Random,
I
it is
did look
not Metal Gear Solid.
I look up the books, and Jason Bourne was definitely around in 1988.
Oh, wow.
The first book came out in 1980, the second in 86, and then Ultimatum in 90.
Metal Gear Solid, by the way,
massive.
came out in the 90s, I believe. 99 or something like that? 98?
Yeah.
97?
Really? I thought it came out in the
At
80s.
least
No,
So
well,
about
Metal Gear
Master Ball?
Solid. Metal Gear came out in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Master Blaster.
Fuck you, Danny.
Wait, what? Sorry, I like.
Bitch, we had a conversation about this last week. Nobody listened to your podcast?
Yeah, it was.
Wait, what was the answer?
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
Oh my god!
See, you guys need to listen to the podcast. I
You know,
like listening to my voice, so when I drive, I listen to my voice. I like listening to the podcast over.
I don't listen to my voice. I fucking hate it.
I think my voice is too high. It's fine.
I have no choice but to do it because of whatever editing
yeah,
I
you
need to
edit
do.
it.
Yeah. But yeah,
Just saying, so it's
I
fine.
was here's some other stuff I was gonna mention before if you didn't guess it before. He lost the
You
frog.
said, yeah, you got me at the tank though. That's when
Yeah.
you said it. I just
Yeah. He lost the frog. It's a platform shooter. Mutant enemies. Some sequels and remasters were made. And then I was gonna get to the platform, which was Nintendo. It was published by Sunsoft. Because at that point, I know you guys are gonna just try to look it up or something. So
Actually, I was
See, but
looking at.
that's no fun though.
I
yeah,
was
it
looking at
isn't.
the Nintendo the GameStop article the entire time.
And even then, Kevin has a mirror behind him, so you can see if he's like looking.
Yeah,
up
you
or not.
can see what I'm doing, so it's like I can't even cheat.
That there will be a rule though. I hope you guys will stick with it. That if we try to do this again, no looking up any of the information.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's no fun.
And it shouldn't be a retro game we just talked about.
Well, me and you talked about it privately. That's the thing.
No, it was on your podcast.
Oh yeah, but that was God, that was what 3-4 weeks ago. Longer
Was
than
it?
that. Yeah.
You know, I just re-listened to them last week because I was driving.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's fresh in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To him, it's left.
So guys, yeah, random DVL. Danny's already guessed it. That's Blaster Master for the Nintendo, the original Nintendo. Remember, it came out in 1988, so it was not Battlezone. Battlezone? What's Battlezone? Why does it sound familiar? It is not Halo. It is not Metal Gear Solid.
Master Jump with Mario.
No, that's what people
Mario.
guessed for Halo.
Yeah, Halo. So yeah, guys.
Mario's tank.
Anything else before we're headed out? Before we call it quits for today tonight?
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Yep.
Go, Randy.
I was gonna say if like the audience wants to ask the question
Ooh,
What question?
of the week.
community question. Community question.
Sure.
Alrighty, so those three of you that are here, guess a number from 1 to 10.
17.
And no, not you. Fucking people in chat.
Oh, 3.5.
521,600 minutes. But yeah,
Well, I understand also. Oh, Jay Biggs on here. Random says 6. Jay says 3.
Master says
Master
10.
says 10.
We're missing one more, which is Pink Cat.
One more. Pink Cat, you still there?
Don't sleep on this pin cat.
There we go. She got 2.
Alrighty, so random is the closest. I was thinking 7, so he gets to ask
Ooh.
the community question of the week.
So for you guys, I don't know if you guys ever joined us before, but yeah, we
No.
ask a community question every week, something that everybody could answer, gaming wise. For example, what is your favorite weapon? So last week was, for example, if you can hang out with any video game character to have an adventure with. That was Kevin's idea. What character would that be and why? So who was it that won?
Random Jasper.
Random Jasper. So if you're up for it, you can think of the next community question for next week for us to talk about.
No pressure.
No pressure.
All pressure. 30 seconds on the clock. You got this. Doggo goes flying. Go ahead, Coco. Go help him out.
If not, I have an entire list full of stuff, so I can come up with something anyways.
Ooh, so then that means I ask the next one next week.
Oh, I did think of one. I thought of this one anyways. Whose turn is it then?
It's mine's, but I'll let Jasper do it.
Okay.
And then you can do your. Ugh.
Who's your favorite Smash fighter, I guess?
Smash Fighter? Wait,
Yeah.
Are you? Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say. I was about to ask if you bought random Jasper.
So
Oh,
who's
good
a
question.
favorite Smash fighter? Okay, Danny is, you know, even though he doesn't play the Switch anymore, but you're pretty good
Yeah.
with Smash. You know, you remember the
I
older
love Toon
characters.
Link. I
yeah.
love Toon Link. Toon Link's my
All
guy.
right. So that is a question. I am gonna also post the question on TikTok and Instagram, so everybody else can get a hand on their favorite Smash characters as well. We typically stream every Monday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. We didn't do it this week because we had some availability issues, but we're okay now. So Monday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're on Twitch, Facebook, and
I have
YouTube. Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm cutting you off. I'm not done yet.
Oh.
Start over. All right. I want to know, maybe we can leave it up to the fans, and maybe at the end, maybe they can ask me questions so we can actually answer them live and not just wait next week.
And answer what questions?
Whatever
Just
questions
do
they
it.
want.
The community question, or
You don't have to-
actual question.
Yeah, if
I'm,
they want to get to
Oh,
know us or have a question about what we
oh,
think or
any
what we're
questions in
oh,
general, you
or
mean?
this. Correct.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, you
You can leave
guys.
it up like almost like a Q&A.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
the end,
yeah.
if they have anything, especially what they're interested in,
I,
if
I,
they want,
I
if
even
everybody.
I even thought about that before. Like, if we have enough people out there who want to ask us some questions, we could always do like a separate thing and just do a Q&A as well, so we can get to know some of the people that listen in and stuff.
Because the four of us, especially on it could lead up to a lot of good banter type of thing,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
game
yeah.
club thing. Like if they have a question like that, what they think, or as simple as who do you think would win in a battle between Link and fucking Mario,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever they think. You know what I mean? Like,
Mark,
or who would win between Sony and fucking Nintendo?
hold on. Let
Yeah.
me cut it
Whatever
real.
questions they want and they want to ask, and they can have fun with that.
Let me ask a question. Let me just answer this real quick. Yo, Mario getting shot in the face. I'm
Oh my
Okay, no,
god.
we're not going in there now. We're not gonna get in there now. Hold on. All right.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
we have a community question. I already gave the plug for the podcast. So every Monday. What else should I be mentioning at all? We're on TikTok, like I said. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on freaking IG. We're on a lot of shit. If you guys want to get a hold of the audio podcast, we do stream. Sorry, not stream. We do have it on all podcast streaming platforms as well. I posted up there maybe a day or two after we finish the stream here. As well, go to thedrunkenguardian.com. You can get all the links in there. I have a shit ton of cocktails if you guys want to learn any cocktail recipes and stuff, a couple of game reviews and such. But mostly just for the links, so that way you guys got easy access to everything to find. So is that it for everybody else?
yeah. I want to
Yep.
ask you.
Thank you.
I want to ask you
Okay.
directly, the Drunken Guardian.
Hmm.
When are you going to start doing the character-inspired cocktails?
Uh, fuck. You're gonna put me on the spot
Damn,
now,
put on
right?
the spot.
I'm putting him on the spot. I had to bring it out one time.
All right. So I'm
Oh, game.
I'm really self conscious about this.
Link to YouTube.
Link what?
Link to YouTube. Someone's asking for it.
Oh, the link to YouTube? Yeah, sure. I get that. I mean, just go down to let me leave this here.
Oops. Hi.
And the YouTube link will be on there. That's the main website there. So you guys can check that out. But so what Kevin is talking about is I'm bartending is like my hobby and pretty much my career. And I work on my own personal cocktails, which is gaming related. And I'm very self conscious about this because sometimes I don't think they're gonna be good enough. But I do plan on making some videos on them eventually once I man up and actually consider them good or not. But I don't know if there's enough people asking about it and stuff. Maybe I guess I'll do it at some point. Eventually, I would do it, but it all really depends on the pressure. So, yeah, I have a lot of cool cocktails ideas. I got like a Zelda one. I got like the Big Daddy one from
Bioshock.
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 Yeah, I got Prince of Persia. I got Silent Hill. I've got games for Legacy of Kain as well.
Cry.
Yeah, so I got a lot of cool ones. There's just so many cool bartenders out there that already kind of do this stuff. So I'm like really like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that.
I mean, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just do it.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
So every week in the beginning, we're gonna hear our video game cocktail of the week. Got it.
Yep.
It's official. You've been voted out. We got three versus one. So I've seen your book, so you have at least fucking like 30 in there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Is it okay if I let that I guess the guests know that if they want to ask or like request a cocktail, like even like a character based cocktail?
Hell
they
yeah.
So he's open to suggestions.
Yeah.
Ask for if you have like a Sonic cocktail or Wario or Waluigi. Like
You have been on Sonic today, haven't you? Like,
bro, my heart hurts. My heart is heavy. But like any kind of cocktail, like specifically character wise, For me, another one would be
Shadow while you're at it.
no Naruto, a Naruto cocktail. But it's mad. It's very basic. It's very colorful, hits hard, and you feel emotion afterwards. But that's me.
So we'll discuss that after the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So aside from that, you guys already know our Twitch channel. I do some personal streaming myself, just when I have time. I don't have an actual set schedule. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys following me, so that way you can actually check to see when I'm actually streaming. Kevin has his own streaming channel as well. Can you tell him about that?
I'm Kevin, also known as Boneless Bones _TV on Twitch.tv. I hate saying that so many times. But I also stream mainly fighting games at the moment. I also don't have a set schedule, but come through and show some love. I'm always
Yeah.
here and I'm always having a conversation with you guys.
Yeah, random Jaspery. Just search for Boneless Bones _TV, and you should find him there. He's got like like a skull icon? Yeah,
A
like
skull icon, and on the side it says "In Coco We Trust."
Yeah.
If you want to know what that means, that was the doggo I was just playing with. That's
his
Coco.
little doggo. Yeah. And yeah, Ragnarok, you need to start streaming, dude.
At some point.
Yeah.
I'm honestly waiting for him to do the Okami one. The
Oh
100%.
yeah, I'll watch that.
I'll sit there and watch him.
Yeah. And Danny, as
In due
always,
time.
it's always a pleasure to have you here. I'm glad that we're actually going to have you pretty much every week now, so you can chip into the stuff,
Yeah.
because I love your opinion on things as much as the rest of the guys too. So it's good to have you.
Dude, fucking drywall, mud, and video games. How? How?
Danny, I just want to talk. Okay, let me talk. Let me talk to you. What's going on? Like, what? It seems like you think outside of the box, the cubicle, this shape that we're in.
Outside the bun.
Outside the window, because he's out.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you do.
Yeah, I remember when I'm on
Thank you guys for following. Oh shit, I'm getting too loud.
Gary.
I have
Wait,
a
hold on.
sleeping fiance.
Wait, ready?